They cut a new version of Somakusa. Did you hear it?
No.
Papa-foo, fa-fa-foo, fa-fa-fa-foo-ee. Wait, because it's... Papa-booey, so. Papa-foo, fa-fa-foo, fa-fa-fa-foo-ee. Papa-fa-fa-foo-ee, papa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-foo-ee. Papa-pa, pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa-pa-foo-ee. Papa-pa, pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa-foo-ee.
You finally found a song to cover.
Yeah. Papa-foo-ee, papa-pa-foo-ee. Ba-ooey. Ba-ooey. See, you're getting a little echo going. Ba-ooey. Fooey. Fooey. Gotta get angry. Fooey. Pa-pa-pa, 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 fooey. Pa-pa-pa, 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 fooey. Fooey. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa, fooey. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa, fooey. Pa-pa-pa, 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 fooey. Pa-pa-pa, 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 fooey. Pa-pa-pa, 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 fooey. Fooey. Pa-pa, fooey. Fooey. Pa-pa-pa, 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 fooey. Pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa, ta-ta-ta-ta, toothie. Ta-ta-toothie. Fooey. Pa-pa-fooey. That's my follow-up, ta-ta-toothie. Ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta, toothie. Ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta, toothie. Hey, I can sing this.
Finally, we found a song.
Ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta, toothie. Ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra, retard. Yeah.
When do you go into the studio?
Tonight. Retard. Retard. I gotta get to work on the video. Forget the song. Big teeth. Big teeth. Big teeth. Big teeth. Monkey. Toothy. Monkey. Monkey. You understand? All right, forget it. Turn that off. I'm getting lost in my song.
See, it carries you away. That's when you know it's good.
That's when you know it's good, when you can't get enough of it. If you want more of that.
Yeah.
You wanted more, right?
I can't wait for the video now.
Why don't we cut a version of that? I bet you'd make some money. That's all I'm looking for. I'm just trying to entertain.
Payday.
Yeah, I'm trying to entertain people and also make some money. I think people, and they do the whole video in a loincloth.
With a bone in your nose?
A bone in my nose. Toothy. And then we can get some musicians to update the song a little, make it a little more, grunge.
Yeah. Put your guitars.
Yeah, a little more now, a little more horns.
Musicians in a tree.
Yeah. I might go ahead and cut that.
Don't let Jackie write the video.
All right. Yeah, I saw him the last time with the video. Didn't he write Stuttering John's video? Papa-fooey. Good choice. Yeah, it was a good video. I liked it, Jackie, for what it's worth.
Thanks.
I really wasn't in on the creative inception. I was just there to save it. Speaking of Tata Toothy, I almost took his head off yesterday. You missed it.
What happened?
I got really upset with him again.
After the show?
Yeah. Yeah. In real life.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly.
You can't tell me what it was about?
Yeah, I could. I don't know. I don't know if I want to embarrass him.
Oh, it's that bad.
I seriously don't know whether I want to embarrass. I think you got the point yesterday why I was mad at you.
Yeah, no, I did, but
I wasn't even mad at you. It's just I couldn't believe you didn't get it. He never gets it. He always argues with me.
Huh.
No, it wasn't an argument. I just really thought I thought I was doing the right thing, but I guess...
I can't believe it, especially in light of the whole Jackie incident. All right, let me tell Robin what it was. All right, maybe she'll...
I mean, there was never a chance that you weren't going to do this, right? Talk about me.
No. It popped in my head when I was sitting here looking at you before.
I was sure that... I mean, I spent the whole afternoon and night not sleeping.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure.
So you might as well do it since he lost sleep.
Oh, okay. Well, if he lost sleep over, let's do it.
I didn't lose that much sleep, but it did bum me out. I mean...
All right, no, let's guarantee... Let's say ahead of time I'm not going to raise my voice during this, all right? I'm just going to have a discussion.
Well, you've already had your...
I already raised my voice.
Yeah.
And I did it pretty cool.
Me.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, you shouldn't bring that kind of stuff up to me in front of all those people anyway.
Well, I had no idea that it was going to be wrong. You know what I mean? I thought I was, doing a good thing.
All right.
I thought I was going to get a gold star.
All right. I'll explain this to you, but we're going to give it a 10-minute time limit so it doesn't turn into a big, ugly thing.
All right.
All right? Start the clock now.
All right. Wait a second. I got it.
Are you ready? Start the clock now.
I got it.
All right. All right. Turn that off. All right, here's what happened. I go back to the office yesterday, and there's a million things going on. And Baba Booey says to me, Wolf, you're going to love this. We pulled a great practical joke.
Okay.
I said, oh, great.
Great.
I remember that John said they had a practical joke brewing.
Yeah. Well, I think that was something different.
That's different?
No, this was it.
Oh, this was it.
Yeah, because when I got the idea for this, I actually ran it by John, and he thought it was good. And
you ran it by John.
John actually
that was a good idea.
John actually gave me a couple of good jokes for this practical joke.
Anyway, so what was Baba Booey's big practical joke? Yesterday we had in Mike Judge, of course, from Beavis and Butthead, who was a real good sport, stayed with us for an hour and a half. I thought he was real funny. It was a lot of fun having the guy in. And I'd like to have him back on as a guest. I thought he was real good. Didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It was kind of a nice, was a nice energy to have him in the room. So Baba Boofy, using his quick wit, decided he is going to do a practical joke on Mike Judge.
Oh.
So when Mike Judge goes back to record...
you're such a piece of...
All right, we promised we wouldn't raise our voices.
Oh.
So
I was so tempted. You know what I wanted to do yesterday? As Robin was walking out, I was going to pull Robin into a room and tell her that I did this. And
tell her you did this.
To get her reaction.
No, I wish you would have asked someone.
I would have liked to have gotten her reaction before you had a chance to...
All right, so let me finish the story.
Oh, he thinks I would react differently?
Yeah. So anyway, I go,
Well, there's a possibility that... Because I do lie to you in the halls when you do something good for air.
As Gary is telling me this story, you got to understand, Scott Einziger's in the room, Robin from the E! Network,
Jackie
Marlowe,
Yeah, because I walked in there for a second, and there were a whole table full of people.
Yeah, and I couldn't understand why there was a table full of people, because Jackie Marlowe never comes back.
Actually, I didn't have them in there. I didn't put them in there. Everyone was waiting for you. You had another meeting first, and so all your meetings were backed up.
Oh.
I wanted to see the beheading.
No,
oh, is that what it was?
No, it wasn't.
Jackie had questions for me.
Jackie had questions for you, and the E! people were waiting for you.
All right, okay. All right, so evidently there was a lot of people had a lot of different things. Everyone wanted to get out of there, so they were all waiting for me. So it was kind of weird. So Gary couldn't wait to tell me in front of all these people what he had done. So I said, okay, what'd you do? He says, well, I took Mike Judge back into the production studio, and you know how we have some of the celebrities cut IDs and stuff?
Sure, yeah.
And Mike was good enough, after being here an hour and a half, Mike was good enough to cut a few IDs. Gary goes, boss, so what we did was, I wrote a whole bunch of ridiculous IDs and had Mike Judge standing there for a whole long time cutting all different IDs. That was stupid. Even an answering machine message from me.
It was exactly, you could see it's 3 minutes and something seconds.
So anyway, I go, Gary, what are you doing? What are you doing? The guy is a friend of the show. He enjoys the show. He loved it, Bull. He loves the show. I go, Gary, the guy is smart enough not to, if he's annoyed, not to sit there and let on while you're doing this. He's being a good sport. Instead of just storming out, the guy's trying to be nice to you.
Yeah.
And he's recording these things. But tell Rob, I couldn't even understand what the joke was.
The joke was to have them start cutting some IDs that were silly and just have them get continually sillier.
And see how long you could keep him going or something?
Right, just to see if he would... I thought at some point he'd turn around and say, I'm not going to cut that, because the last one he cut was for your cats.
I don't know why. No, it's not that it's not funny. It's just
why would you bring somebody here to goof on them like that in a back office?
Well, so Gary goes, this is the kind of thing, this is what he says to me, this is the kind of thing we do all the time. Who would know you wouldn't like it this time? I go, when have I ever sanctioned that?
Each other that way.
Yeah.
We played.
There's a big difference between goofing on Mike Judge. I said, when do I ever take a guy back there? I said, first of all, if I did the Letterman show, right, or the Leno show, and they asked me to do some extra stuff for them, I would do it because I'm a fan of the show, and I would, I wouldn't want to insult them, so I'm amenable. But meanwhile, the whole time I'd be sitting there going, I'm never doing this again, and I'm not coming back on this show.
Yeah, what kind of is this?
What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that?
Well, I was going to say a dirty word, so I had to bleep myself.
What kind of crap is this? So Gary, it wouldn't be so bad if Gary just said to me, wow, I really screwed up. But then he starts defending it. And he'll go, hey, this is the kind of thing we always do.
I said, I'm sorry.
When have we ever done this to a guest?
No, but wait a second. But then he says... and then
Hahn.
Oh, no, that's me making a phony phone call to Jessica. And you should always clear that kind of stuff with me.
Okay, I mean...
I was surprised you went off half-cocked like that.
I thought of it in a second. I didn't have time to clear it with you because it was right after the show. And
but I don't even mind that. But then he says, well, who knows when you're going to like something or not going to... it's like I'm a jerk because I'm inconsistent.
Right. He always says that about
you. You can't predict with Howard. So I said, well, just ask Howard.
I can't read your mind.
I said...
I can't read your... He gave me one of those I can't read your mind speeches.
The exact thing was, I said, I'm sorry. I thought this was the kind of thing that you would like. I apologize.
And then Jackie goes, hey, I think it's funny.
Well, actually, Jackie and I had
wait a second.
Jackie and I had a big fight yesterday because I thought you were going to love it, and then you said, what the hell did you do that for? That was really stupid. And then you go, the guy probably walked out here upset. And then, so you don't, you're really bumming out at me. And Jackie goes, oh, yeah, I saw him in the guest lounge. He looked very pissed off. So I said, Jackie, what are you...
Gary told me about it, and I thought it was kind of funny. I really did, you know.
Well, Jackie was totally confused by the whole thing because he says, oh, what's the big deal? It's fine to do that. And I go, Jackie, one day...
We don't even know this guy.
We don't know this guy. One day you'll have a show. You tell me if you're going to sit and jerk around the people that you like.
Come on.
But what are you talking about? Come on.
We do know the guy a little bit, you know.
No, I don't know him.
And Howard doesn't know him.
And you don't even know him.
Yeah, well,
you went to lunch with him one time, Jackie.
Okay. The point is, I didn't think it was as big a deal as... I didn't think
because Jackie is busy hounding everyone for autographs in the hall.
He can't get autographs.
The point was that whether I was wrong or right, Gary played it for me, and I did think it was kind of funny.
Jack, you have no ability to read people.
I didn't say I did.
You really don't. That's one of your... You're a funny guy and all that, but you can't read people.
I'm very stupid with people, but he played it for me. And I thought it was kind of funny.
People he doesn't believe it. People hate him. Find out why Tom hates you. Everyone hates you.
Nobody hates me.
Because you don't read people.
Not as well as you.
And no, you don't. That's how I got to where I am.
That's the beauty of him, though, because he's so, he's just thick about this.
I know. He has no idea how the rest of the world perceives him. One day I'm going to tape people talking about you behind your back. You have no idea how I have to defend you. And people go, why do you defend Jackie?
I wish you would.
Oh, I have to. I have to.
Yeah, Jackie, we want you here.
I'm the idiot who likes you.
Actually, I should say Howard wants you here.
Robin doesn't even want you here.
Oh, that laugh goes right through your back.
But anyway, well, she's honest. Anyway, I'll tell you something.
Human being walking isn't a threat to her.
Yeah, you threaten me a great deal, Jackie.
You said it, not me.
You do.
Anyway.
No, stay with Jackie.
So Fafa Fooey is now going around playing practical jokes. He's supposed to be my guest relations and make sure everybody leaves here happy.
Didn't we say this to him last week?
So Mike Judge ends up being here cutting IDs.
For how long? How long do they keep him?
Well,
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
No, that's how long the IDs last. The guy has to sit there and record them on top of the other ones he had to record for us.
He did the real one?
Yeah, Gary thinks it was 3 minutes and 20 seconds. What am I, a dope? Don't treat me like a moron.
Wait a minute, you just said you weren't going to raise your voice.
Don't treat me like a moron, though.
No, I said it was 3:20 extra.
I see.
And you promised you weren't going to raise
on top of the hour and a half that he had already done here.
Didn't you just promise you weren't going to raise your voice?
I take it back. I can't. There's no way talking to you without raising my voice. And we had just gone through a whole thing where we had to chastise Jackie and Gorillo and Gary.
The treatment of guests and how they're supposed to be treated.
A flunky.
Mike Judge, you better pray Mike Judge comes back again.
He will.
All right, we'll see.
John had lunch with him yesterday, and he said he'd love to come back.
Good.
Pretty upset at lunch.
Shut up.
Jackie, was like, hey, it's okay, man.
I don't know why anyone here ever asked Jackie his opinion about anything.
I know. It's just wrong.
To do with people.
So anyway, I sat there, and I was just shocked that Baba Boohai had done this. So I expressed it. I just said, I don't think what you did was right. I think it makes me look bad. I think if I went on a show and I did an hour-and-a-half interview...
Yeah, doesn't he know that if something happens in here, everyone perceives that you did it anyway?
But Bob always like, it's not like it's a big star. I go, would you do that to Arnold Schwarzenegger? I go, well, it's just Mike Judge. I go, no, it's not just to me. Mike Judge is just as talented as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But what does that have to say? It's just
No, I didn't say it's just Mike Judge. Arnold Schwarzenegger is... I'm not saying that what I did was right. So before you guys leap down my throat, which you're dying to do, let me explain.
We're doing that already.
I know, but I'm not saying that it's
and we're not leaping down your throat.
But I'm saying that Arnold Schwarzenegger is different because Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a comedian.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So would you do that to Eddie Murphy?
Goldthwait.
I might.
You might do that to Eddie Murphy. You would sit there and jerk him around.
I wouldn't do it to Eddie Murphy.
All right. You wouldn't do it to anyone. Why would you waste someone's time like that? And you know what? I turned to Jackie afterwards. I said, you know what this is about? Gary wanted that Beavis and Butthead ID for his answering machine.
That's just not true.
It's just so true.
That's just not true.
Then why was one of the goofs, it had to be an answering machine message for you?
Because it was one of the...
Why did you get it for me? Why did you get a Howard answering message?
It could have just as well been that.
Oh, but it was your answering message.
You're very wrong about that.
To take it and burn it. I don't ever want to hear that on your machine.
And you won't, but I could have...
What?
I called last night. It was on his machine.
He's lying.
Is that right?
Jackie, shut up, you fat bastard.
The point is, though, Howard, if you had
that's what he did yesterday.
Excuse me, if you had liked it, it would have been on his machine.
Believe me, if it had gone over, it would have been on his machine. Admit that.
And if I wanted Howard...
It was all about getting Mike Judge. You know what it is? I laid down a rule. Gary is not allowed...
Howard!
Gary is not...
Jesus Christ!
Gary is not allowed to ask the guest for answering that.
Howard, would you let
while Gary was doing that.
Yes, and my
I did it
once.
Once. How many times did I do it?
Would ask.
I put a stop to that.
How many times did I do it?
And I must tell you that this was a way to get a Beavis and Butthead answering message.
If I wanted
and I say, hey, if Mike Judge is a good pal of yours,
then you do whatever you
do
want.
it off the air. Go to a studio.
And I could have.
And have him cut a message.
I could have. And Howard, I could do that tomorrow. I could do
it tomorrow and you're no longer working for me.
I could have easily said, hey, Mike, do an answering machine message. That's not what it was about.
Okay.
There's 5 other jokes in there.
So 5 other jokes, but one of the jokes is an answering message for you.
It could have been
anything.
anything.
Let me hear what you had Mike Judge cut. Where is it?
It's up there.
All right, these are them? All right, here it is. This is what Mike Judge...
And when were you going to spring the joke on Mike?
Never.
Well, I was hoping he was going to get it.
Oh. I knew that Gary must have been feeling some guilt over it because the way he came racing in to tell me about it.
No, I felt no guilt over it whatsoever. I really thought it was a good idea. So
I have a couple of ones that are not for station. I don't know if it's a problem. Howard's daughter Emily is going to be 10. You think you could just
sure.
happy birthday? Her name's Emily.
Okay.
Then why are you playing it if it's going to upset you so much?
Why are you jerking this guy around? And why you put my daughter Emily needs a Beavis and Butthead message?
Howard, we just went through this. I told you I agree it's wrong and I apologize. And now you're going to
do that to the guy. Guy's here hour and a half doing the show. Okay.
Happy birthday, Emily.
Poor guy's cutting.
He already told us that this hurts his voice when he does it.
And you could see the guy's already annoyed. He goes, hey, I don't. He just went, happy birthday, Emily. He doesn't want to be doing Beavis and Butthead happy birthday, Emily messages. He's being nice to you because he digs the show.
We're agreed on that. I don't know why.
So why do you torture my guests?
But I already said it was wrong, and I already said I was sorry. What else would you like me to say, Howard?
What do you want, Gorilla?
We know where he's staying. Do you want to speak to him?
No, I don't want to speak to him. I'm thoroughly embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, you might want to apologize. Maybe you want to have Gary apologize.
Why don't you have him sweep the studio? That's a funny joke. Have all my guests come in and sweep the studio, clean up afterwards. They can help Fred clean up the carts.
It's becoming a gauntlet for the guests to get out of here without being sabotaged.
Well, they don't have to get past you, Robin. You're gone before they are.
At least I'm not bothering anybody.
Okay.
Howard, don't play anymore because it's
happy birthday, Emily.
Yeah,
how's it going?
Howard needs a birthday message for Emily.
Well, you'd have to play the entire thing to get it, but don't.
This pains me. This is painful.
Howard, I already said I'm sorry. What's left to do? What is left for me to do besides apologize?
I want to hear it. Just sit and listen. Do I want to listen to your words? I want to hear you jerk around Mike Judge.
I happen to know for a fact we're already over the 10-minute limit.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you jerk off Mike Judge.
We're over the 10-minute limit, and you promised.
I want to wallow in it. I'm suicidal over it.
Do I have to? Do you need me here for it?
Gary's one. Balls. It's hard to get kissed on this one.
Yeah, he's the one who's always telling you that.
Yeah. Well, now I know why.
It's hard because of them.
Yeah, not because of me. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to think of something I could say. This is great.
He's
this is what they're going.
Here.
He's working. He had to come here and work.
For his stupid joke. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
You know, somebody called me up last night and said, what is with Robin? Does she have a vendetta against you?
Because she worries about the show, too.
One of your friends?
Oh, no, it was one of my enemies that called Robin.
You mean she's wrong for being upset about it, too?
No, she's not.
She should be like Jackie. Hey, he's a good guy.
She's not wrong.
Jackie, you don't see the problem with this?
Did you ask me a question?
Jackie, you don't see the problem with this?
I tried to explain before, but I didn't get it.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny. It's a real joke.
I'm not saying that Robin's not wrong for being upset, but she, you know...
Fred, do you see the joke in this?
I think I see your point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it to the guy.
No, I wouldn't either.
What? I'm not a good judge of that kind of thing either.
Well, yes, you are. Why are you putting yourself down? Are you
I just wouldn't do it. I'm trying to give Gary an out, but...
Why does everyone want to give Gary an out? He's got to know he did wrong. He's childish.
See, he doesn't want to get the kind of calls to Gary's phone that I get.
Gary knows he did wrong.
He doesn't want people saying he's got a vendetta against Gary.
Poor Mike Judge. I don't know. What else you got? Or should I say something more? I mean, what should... The guy's just trying to be accommodating.
Yeah, he's being accommodating and nice, and he wants to please you. Your name is in here. He's talking to your daughter.
These are only going to upset you more.
If it's too painful for you, you can leave. I want to hear them.
It's going to be too painful for you.
So then what? Don't worry about me. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
But why would you want to torture yourself?
That's the way I got to be. I want to know what's being done behind my back.
I told you.
By my producer. My producer. You are no longer my producer. I am demoting you. You are a paid intern.
Okay.
All right? Don't call yourself producer anymore. When you call up for guests, say, this is the paid intern.
I have to go outside and take my business cards and cross out producer.
Cross out producer.
And write in paid intern in crayon.
Fred is now the producer.
I want to be the producer.
What is that, Gary Puppet?
I want to be the producer. Wait till you hear the message that Mike cut for Gary's unborn fetus.
Was that right?
Unbelievable. Funny, though.
It's a birth announcement.
Pretty good.
I don't know what to...
Okay.
Should I say something about your dad?
Your dad's cool. Your dad's cool.
Your dad's cool. Poor Mike Judge cutting birthday announcements at my radio station.
It gets a lot worse.
Oy. I'm nauseous. I'm so embarrassed.
Well, you told him you wanted him to take initiative.
This is what he decided. I need him to do computer work. I don't need him to take this kind of initiative. Why wouldn't you clear this with me? Just say...
Because it was right after the show and we were going right in. I always would, but it was one of those things. It was a spur of the moment.
It's the first time you've done something like this.
That's right.
And it's a disaster.
I can see that.
What is it, Gary Puppet?
Howard, you think that's bad? You should have seen what he did with Bruce Willis. I heard him on the phone. He said, "Hey, Bruce Willis, between takes, could you make a video commercial for my dad's ice cream store? Push the rocky road."
Happy birthday, Emily. Your dad rules.
Great. Yeah, I rule all right. I can't even keep my people under control. What a nice guy this Mike Judge is. Nice guy.
That's great. That's great. Now, another one is my general manager, his son Tom is in a band, and he was wondering if I could get you to do like an intro for the band,
Now, where would they use this? An intro for the band.
They wouldn't use it anywhere.
He was making a joke. I understand.
At least understand the joke.
No,
I
understand
don't go any farther.
the joke. I just don't understand why you do it to a guy who
Is this guy going to be sitting there saying, well, everybody who comes to the Howard Stern show gets jerked around,
Yes.
so I'm looking for the
No, what he's
bucket of
gonna say
water
is-
over the door.
No, what he's going to say is, hey, man, I went on the show, I did an hour and a half, man, and then I'm in the studio cutting 27 IDs. And then he finds out, okay, so now he finds out it was a goof. Hey, man, they're goofing on me? I mean, like, they're wasting my time?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody expects to come here. It's bad enough sitting in that chair.
You need
they
to
don't
apologize.
expect to walk out the door,
I don't have a problem
and then
doing
the goof
that.
continues.
You have to apologize.
Yeah, I don't have a problem
to Mike.
doing that.
Tell him that you have no sense of humor, and that you tried to be funny for the first time in your life, and it backfired.
Right. That's
You don't want
exactly
him to
what
do it
happened.
on the air?
You
No,
should
Robin,
do it on the
you don't
air.
need to do it on the air.
Do it on the air.
Well, do it on the air, so get him on the phone then. Go get him on the phone, Gorilla. You know where he's staying.
He expected to publicly humiliate him, so he should publicly apologize.
Right.
Not a problem. You public bitch.
I'm not hiding.
I mean, I know after you do an hour and a half on this radio show, you've done your duty.
This is confrontational. This is a very big deal to come in here and sit and perform with us.
He was uptight.
And that was his first appearance on the show. It's not like he's been here 100 times.
Yes, Gary Puppet?
Maybe Gary should pay him for his time, whatever that may cost.
There's an idea.
Well, according to what MTV pays him, it's not a whole lot of money.
Okay, so you're out $5.
Under the new contract.
Right.
Here's Burning Bush.
Okay. Right. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's cutting IDs.
You know what? Can I just say something, Howard?
Yikes.
Again,
Yikes.
not defending myself at all.
Right.
I got the impression as he was doing this that he gets asked to do this sort of stuff a lot. I'm not saying that that's right or anything.
No, it's not right. It's not right.
And there's we're trying to create a perception of this show as a major player in the realm of
Gary,
show
you
business.
got to protect me against stuff like this.
Howard, how many times can you go
Do
over
you
the same
think this
ground?
happens when
But
you
we
leave
went over
the
this a
Tonight
week
Show?
ago. You say, how can we go over this the same ground? We went over it a week ago.
The difference
there's no difference between Jackie hounding the guests in the hall for autographs and you hounding them for IDs, even though it's a joke.
Can I tell you what I thought the difference was?
Is there a difference between that, Jackie?
Howard, can I tell you what I thought the difference was?
No. There isn't, right?
No.
Can I tell you what I thought the
Jackie,
difference was?
is there a difference between you asking someone for an autograph in the hall and asking...
Do you need anybody here?
Exactly. No, I want to hear
It's
it.
much easier to give an autograph than to do this.
Yeah, I'd rather Jackie ask for
But
autographs.
can I tell you what I thought the difference was?
What?
You want to know?
Yes.
I thought that the difference was that this was at least for the air and that Jackie's wasn't good for anything except for Jackie's notebook.
Oh.
I mean, that's really how I saw the difference.
Okay.
I didn't see, I wasn't out to pester the guest. I thought
Right. Your heart was in the right
place. At least it was for the air. I wasn't
but
doing
don't pester the guest. All right, let's end this.
Wait a minute. Let's go with another theory. That he realized what Baba Booey was doing.
Yeah.
And then got pissed.
Yeah.
Is that what he wanted?
Yeah. In other words, let's say the result of the joke was Mike getting pissed, and then you go, "Hey, Mike, I'm doing a practical joke."
I didn't think Mike would get pissed. I thought he would just say, "I'm not going to do that." But thanks anyway.
So he would have been angry.
Yeah, of course he would have been.
So
Why would he say no, Gary, unless he was pissed off and didn't want to do it?
So the goal was to piss him off?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I understand that if the guy wouldn't do the show, but the guy's into doing our show, and he likes me, and he likes the show.
So any way you'd look at it, he was going to get pissed.
What?
Yeah. If the joke was successful, he'd be pissed, and if the joke is unsuccessful, he's pissed. But
yeah. So the ultimate goal was to piss him off.
Right.
Well, it worked, Gary. You're a real good
You pissed me off, I'll tell you that. All right, listen. I gotta say it again, and I don't care what anyone says. If you think I'm repetitive, then that's fine. Because Gary yells at me that I treat him like a moron.
No.
And you
repeat things too many times.
May I
here is the rule. I'm going to make it a simple rule.
Can I just say something?
No, there's nothing to say.
There is one thing to say. There's one thing really...
It's not possible that there's one thing to say. All right, what is the one thing to say?
The one thing to say is that you and I had this conversation yesterday off the air.
Yes.
Everything was understood. Why do you feel it's necessary to berate me on the air for... now 20 minutes.
Because now I'm closer to 10 o'clock, and I'll be done soon.
Well, that makes sense.
All right, fine.
That makes
Everything
sense.
I do makes sense. That's what I need you to do.
But you understand how...
Wake up. Why? He doesn't get anything on the show. Yelling at you off the air doesn't do me any good.
Well, it makes you feel a little better.
Good. Here's the new rule. It's not actually a new rule. It's an old rule that I always assume was there.
Said one more time.
The guests are sacred. They are our friends. They are friends of the show. Friends of the show should not be jerked around after they've done the show. Why would we jerk them around? They've just done the show. And they're walking away happy. Our goal is not to make them unhappy.
The only person to jerk the guests is Howard. How about that?
Okay.
All right. And if you want to jerk a guest, come to me about it.
I will.
And then I will take you and throw you out a window. That's all. In fact, I'll have Fred throw you out the window. I can't dirty my hands. Fred's twice the man I am anyway. Gary Puppet, do you understand?
Paul, I thought I was taking the bull by the teeth, and I have considerable sized teeth. I'm sorry.
I love the way that puppet turns his head after everything he says.
He's not looking at me.
I'm just sick of being on the E! Show now. That's like every day that one of these things goes down, you go back there with the E! people, and I go, my stuff wasn't funny. And they go, oh, yes, it was.
You're on.
You're on.
You're just a very funny guy.
You're the funniest guy on the E! Show. I like when the puppet stares at Gary and Gary won't look at the puppet. It's the funniest.
I think I intimidate him.
You refuse to look at that puppet.
Look into my eyes. You are getting sleepy. You are getting sleepy. Oh, I don't have to try that hard. You are asleep.
So Gorilla got Mike Judge on the phone?
He probably didn't even hear you.
No. It's another worthless one. Well, anyway, I do feel bad for Mike Judge. What is it?
Go away.
Yeah, what is it, John?
Mike's got a block on the phone this morning. He's got Letterman.
He's probably so upset that he couldn't sleep.
What is he doing, Letterman tonight?
Yeah.
Or he did it last night?
No, he's doing it tonight.
Oh, so he wants to get some sleep.
Probably. If you want,
I wonder if they'll jerk him when he gets out of there and make him do a bunch of IDs.
Maybe we can call him at like 9 o'clock.
Nah, don't. This is done with. Once we're done with it, we're done with it.
You know what, though? What you should do is make Gary apologize. We'll record it and send it to Mike.
No,
with a written apology as well.
I can call him.
Since he had him cutting IDs.
I can call him
Gary
at a better hour.
All right,
an apology.
Cut an apology right now. Go ahead. Hey, and Stuttering John, come in here, too. He's another jerk. I had to throw Stuttering John out of here. I got Vic. He was funny.
Yeah. Well, we got a problem with Vic. He only shows up when he thinks he's going to be on the air.
How is this my fault? I don't know.
Did you have Mike Judge sign things yesterday at my radio station?
No. What happened was a couple people from the station.
What? Let me take this real slow.
Okay.
I want to understand this.
A couple people from the station who work here.
Go ahead.
Came up to me and said,
yes.
Gary's on the air and said, can you see if Mike will sign this? So I went.
And what is the rule on the show?
Wait, Gary, then I done. Oh no! I went to Gary and said, Gary.
You said, Howard, remember I had this conversation with you. If the guest is okay with it, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem, and it's for somebody at the station, it's not a lot. You said it was okay, and if it's not every time.
All right, I'm making a new rule.
But I did exactly what I said.
I'm making a new rule. All right, you handled it properly. Gary handled it properly. From now on, no signatures on anything.
Okay.
Without me being asked, and no jerking the guests around. Period. The guests are my guests. They are not just because you went to lunch with the guy. When he's on my show, he's my guest. When you go to lunch with him, you can sign all the things you want. You sit there. If he wants to go to lunch with you and sign things, fine. But he's my guest. He's not your guest. He don't want to know you.
Yeah, I know. Why
you're nothing.
Why am I involved?
You're involved because I don't like what you're up to.
What am I up to?
You're sneaky.
What did I do?
Do what Gary does. Sign the autographs yourself. Like he did with James Taylor.
To Gary.
To Gary.
He signed his own autograph.
Yeah.
I asked Gary about it. I said, I always ask the producer, man.
Now, here's the rule. No autograph signing. I don't care if Tom is the biggest jackass on the planet.
I'm a little upset because you keep putting responsibility back into your own lap.
I can't help it.
Which means that in the middle of this show, you're going to have people running in saying, Wolf, should you get this signed?
I don't care. It's better that way.
No autographs.
Period. Good.
Including Tom.
Including Tom Chiasano.
The guests aren't here to see Tom.
Tom doesn't do anything for me. He's a nitwit who stands there and takes orders like Eichmann. You just do me a favor.
What is the rule on the Letterman show? The guests do not get bothered.
Right.
Well, that's
they don't
not
have
true.
CBS people coming down asking for autographs.
That's just not true, because whenever Howard goes there, he's bombarded with books.
Well, that's wrong.
Well, that's too bad.
Somebody should be yelling at them.
Right.
Seriously?
Go ahead.
Serious question. When you go to Letterman, you know how people hit you with books as you walk by.
Right. They shouldn't.
But does that really upset you, or is it just one of the things that you feel is something to live with?
No, it's not that it upsets me. Let me just tell you something. I don't mind signing a book for somebody. I sign books for people all day and night. Problem is that when you're going to a Letterman show, while the rest of the people think it's just fun and frivolous, there's tremendous preparation and tremendous pressure to go out and be funny within 10 minutes. It's like being shot out of a rocket. And you focus in on what you have to do. The less distractions you have, the better it is for you.
I'm talking about, usually they get you on the way out.
Wait. And when you leave, it's 5:30. It starts taping at 5:30. Sometimes I get out of there at 6:30. That means I'm going to be on the Long Island Expressway for 2 hours. The sooner I can get out the door, the happier I'd be. It doesn't make me unhappy to sign the things. I'm happy people like the book. But at the same point, if I could just get out the door, I'd be happy doing it. I've signed enough books to gratify my own ego. I don't need it everywhere I go.
Go away.
Why don't you go puke on somebody?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God, is he disgusting.
TV.
It's not that it bothers. I mean, I'm happy people enjoy the book. Don't get me wrong. It's just that if you could avoid it, you'd want to.
By the same token, I think those are rather ancillary. You don't have somebody in a blue jacket at one of the pages at NBC at the when you do the Leno show coming up with a bunch of books for you to sign.
Actually, that's exactly what happens.
That's not what happens.
It is. It happens.
No, it isn't.
I've seen it happen.
Well, I haven't, and I've been there. More than you. And quite frankly, I don't care what goes on at the Letterman show.
No, it was just a question. That's all it was.
What is it, Gorilla?
I really hate to do this, but everybody's calling on the phone saying on the E! Show, when Tim Allen was here, that Gary was getting an autograph for his wife.
For your wife?
No, I got it for a friend. He had pictures, and they said, does anybody want an autograph? So he had 8 by 10s with him.
Oh, he asked if anyone wants an autograph. That's fine. If he wants to sit there and sign autographs, that's fine.
That's his business.
That's okay.
Sometimes they bring 8 by 10s, and like Pamela Anderson brought posters.
If she has nothing better to do than to sit there and sign her own picture, then fine. Let her do it.
Who needs autograph? They said, would you like some autographed Playboys? I didn't get one. I got one for Ralph and for Tom.
That's fine. But if Tom comes up to you, our esteemed general manager, who has nothing to do all day, and he sits there and he goes, my son really likes Baywatch. Can you get me a signed autograph? Like a mental patient, just say no. When Pamela Anderson hangs out with you, Tom, she'll sign autographs for you. She's a guest on my show. That's all. Simple. Now there's I got no problem. Everyone can walk in.
There's no confusion.
Any person who comes on this show now knows they can walk in and out of the building unencumbered by practical jokes and autograph seekers. Hey, guests, it's safe to come back on the Stern Show. I've cleaned everything up.
Gary's under control.
Gary's under control. My producer is now relaxing.
We're up to 33 minutes.
That's right.
I just wanted to let you know.
No, that's 23. Subtract the 10. Those 10 don't count.
Is that like going 3.5 minutes?
That's right. You're 23 over. I'll tell you something. I've got problems on this show. There's no question about it. I've been very busy, and I haven't had time to sit and lecture.
You are no longer able to keep track of everything that's going on here because you've gotten too busy.
That's right. Usually I used to be here till 2, 3 o'clock, but I can't.
You can watch them.
It's a big party here after I leave. No one here on this show has worked any place else. They don't know what it is to really work. That's why I never lose anybody. Who would work anywhere else? There's no work going on here.
Howard, being here till 3 o'clock.
I need someone to produce my producer.
Being here till 3 o'clock yesterday wouldn't have changed anything. I still would have made the same stupid mistake.
All right. Well, listen.
He doesn't need a full day to make that many mistakes.
Okay, I understand.
I need a full day for something else.
All right, Fafafui, you are not going to...
Hey, can I unveil the Robin puppet?
Yeah, go ahead. Where is it? Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Let me see. I didn't know there was one. Go ahead. He's got a Robin puppet. How he has the energy to make jokes now after his first joke bombed.
He's on a roll.
He's on a roll, all right, Gary Puppet.
Hope this works.
This is why I don't think any of your lectures make any difference. He's never cowed.
What's he going to do?
You just can't break him.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to fire him?
No, I don't want you to fire him.
So then forget it.
He's past that point.
All right, here is the debut of the Robin puppet. Gary has evidently put something together.
No. Let me preface this by saying that somebody gave this to Jackie at an appearance.
All right.
And Jackie gave it to me saying that, when Robin gets on you might be a good time.
All right, let me see.
Unveil it.
Oh, Jackie's helping you with me.
Of course.
Not helping. I just kind of passed the buck.
Right.
He the producer.
So this is a Robin puppet.
That's the most flattering thing.
Very cute.
Oh, my.
You know what Jackie told me? The guy told us, see the teeth?
Yeah.
That's grandmother's real teeth.
It's his grandmother's real teeth.
Oh, my.
God.
Well, it's got a lovely chest.
Show him who this is.
Oh, yeah, you're going to see this.
Well, work it.
Does it actually move, Jackie?
It's pretty tough. You got to look for the whole way up there.
You can't even get your head up there.
Yeah,
That's the Robin puppet?
I'm busy.
There you go. Give it a Fred. He can work it. Fred is a professional puppeteer.
You got to try and jam your hand all the way up that cardboard tube.
It's a Robin puppet now. The whole show.
Well, that'll certainly make me nicer to you, Gary.
Jam your whole hand up
Can't
there.
make it any worse, Quivers.
Oh, you don't know me. I've been going easy.
Tight in here.
What is that, Fred? I mean, Robin. Yes?
Check them out. Where are they? I'm busy. Gary, you are an idiot. What is the matter with you? Howard, you must get on your people. They're out of control. Jackie, shut up.
Wow, nice job.
I can't move the teeth, though.
Yeah, well, that's with his grandmother's teeth.
You can have Ralph work in the mouth.
All right, very good. All right, Gary, repeat after me.
I
will not pick my nose without making sure Vorfa wants me to. I will put guests on a pedestal. I will look up pedestal to see what it is in the dictionary. I will figure out why you yell at me on the air. I will pout and be moody. To show my interns that I am the world's worst example. All right, thank you.
And you guys said I would never repeat again. I repeat like
there you go.
Often.
All right, Gary, you can leave now. I'm done with you. Leave.
Are you ready to go to the next piece of business after these commercials?
Here's burning bush. Bush.
Poor guy.
Just a couple more. If it wouldn't be out of line, my name is Gary, my wife's name is Mary. Would you do an answering machine?
Okay. Gary and Mary?
Well, at least let it go to the... If you're going to play the whole thing, let it go to the funny one.
I can't even play it. I'm so embarrassed.
There's one that's pretty funny.
Okay. Gary and Mary are like, not here or something? Is there something I can help you with?
Guy's working.
Okay, and only two more. This is from Jackie. I got like a whole bunch of requests.
Okay.
Jackie's brother works at a supermarket.
Was that him going, oh, God?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Of course that's him going, oh, God. You don't think this guy was annoyed?
No.
Okay.
But I was wrong, but I don't think he was annoyed.
All right.
The last two were Jackie's
The guy's in here the whole time telling us how it hurts his voice to do this stuff.
The last two were Jackie's brother works in the supermarket. Could you do an announcement that they could run over the speaker so when there's a spill? And the last one was that Robin's cats, Robin doesn't really have any kids, so cats are like her kids, and they whenever they see Beavis and Butthead on, they just stop and stare at the TV. So could you do a message for one of Robin's cats? And he did a message for Tut. I think they wanted to run like his name's Billy. Hey Billy, there's a spill in aisle 5.
Okay. It's kind of funny. Hey Billy, there's a spill in aisle 5.
He'll be back. All right. Anyway, there it is. Beavis and Butthead. Fa-fa-fooey.
Beavis and Bucktooth.
Yeah, Beavis and Bucktooth. All right, we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, Robin, I'll get on with the show. I'm sorry I had to discipline my staff again and waste the first hour of the program. Precious radio time.
Didn't appear to be a waste at all.
All right.